Alrighty, so the new banner is coming out in roughly 2 hours for me as of the time of recording this. I'm going to put it out as the banner comes out, so if you're watching this soon after the video goes live, I should be live over, on my YouTube channel. We're going to be doing live summons, we're going to be messing around with Gelda and LR Zeldris, and should be a good time. So if you want to come by and hang out, I should hopefully be live if you're watching this soon after, but if not, no worries. Feel free to subscribe, that way you don't miss it next time. But yeah, I wanted to go over the banner and everything. As a quick reminder, really quickly though, if you play on the PC version of the game, I have been refreshing it ever since the 9 o'clock hit for me. They do have Grand Cross on the Netmarble launcher now, and if you're unaware, they're pretty much migrating the game over to the Netmarble launcher. You're going to have this thing if you want to play the game on PC at this point. So the old launcher that you would normally be using, which is this one right here, it's actually getting kind of just like thrown away. They're not going to be using this one anymore. So yeah, it even says right here, the new PC launcher has arrived. So yeah, you won't be able to use this one anymore. The Play Now button still works and everything. I think you'll be able to launch the game, but it won't let you in through that launcher or something. I'm not 100% sure exactly how it's going to work, but yeah, make sure that you go over, scroll down, and install the game, so that way you can actually play it on PC whenever the actual updates come out and everything. But nonetheless, the new banner is out. Gelda is here. If you don't know what she does, I'll leave it kind of, I can leave it kind of like this for a moment so you guys can see it. But I'm not really planning on going over the character in her entirety. Basically, the idea behind her is that she lifesteals a lot. She can't be infected. She is additionally a demon race character, and then she's going to buff demon allies on the field. So, you're going to be running her with the demon team, of course. It's a bit of a weird time because from what I've seen on the JP version, she seems to counter Arthur pretty well, which is very odd considering his banner's not gone yet, but I don't know. I'm planning on testing her out and seeing how much I actually think that she's going to counter and how much the meta is going to change. Of course, it's obviously going to depend on how many people actually summon for her and everything as well, which, from my impression so far, the JP and KR versions have been kind of hyping her up, so I think a lot of people will kind of feel forced to summon. I'm not 100% sure if that's going to be the case or not just yet, but we will definitely see whenever the update goes live, and I'll be testing her out for the next week or so. But she's an HP-based character, which I think is very interesting. I'm not really sure what to think about her just yet. The banner itself is pretty okay. It's a seasonal banner. They have already confirmed that she is not going to be added to the regular draws. So right here, Vampire Gelda will not be added to the regular draws after the event period and may appear again in other draw banners in the future. So she is considered to be a seasonal character, I assume, because of that, which is also very unfortunate because not only is she kind of like a character that a lot of people have been waiting for, she's coming out in the middle of a festival where people don't have a lot of gems and stuff, but then they're going to make her even more exclusive, and who knows when the next banner she'll come out on is. So yeah, it's going to be a kind of a weird one because she actually does seem pretty good. The blue base Zeldris is on here, so that way you can pull him if you don't have him for the new LR that's unlocking with this update. The rest of the banner is okay. I think namely the red Roxy here, the Christmas Roxy, is actually a good pickup if you can get her, if you're lucky enough, I guess. Mainly because she is the best in slot backliner for the human team at the moment. So the rest of these are, they're okay. They're not bad. Some of them are obviously better than others, but I don't think any of these characters are super relevant when it comes to anything, really. I mean, the blue Liz, people found like a really fast strat for DK, and then obviously Summer Deanne is really good for OG Demon, but the rest of these characters are, hit or miss depending on whether or not you actually get use out of them. It is a 600 banner, of course, which is fine. They are doing this pickup draw as well with this update where you're going to be getting free tickets throughout the event, and you'll be able to pull for summons, and then you're going to be getting, it looks like a decent lineup of characters. Nothing too crazy, of course, but some of these characters can be okay, especially for newer players and stuff. But once you reach the loyalty reward at the very end, you get a festival selection ticket, and you can pick any of the old school regular festival characters, not light or dark or UR or anything like that. And obviously some of these are pretty dated, maybe, but a free festival is a free festival. If you can use an ultimate level for one of them or whatever, you could definitely do that. But my question here is, should you summon on the Gelda banner? And I think it really just depends. She does seem good, don't get me wrong, But I think unless you're planning on maining the demon team, which, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys already summoned for, you know, God Melly, so she could probably slot in pretty nicely there. I have seen a little bit of Festival Zeldris. It seems like some people really like him, some people really don't like him that much. He seems pretty, like, middle of the road. He doesn't seem like super crazy OP, but he does seem like he can actually deal some good damage and stuff. But he might be a little bit less consistent from what I've seen than you would maybe expect. But he does seem cool. I think that it could be a really fun time running him and Gelda together. So that could be pretty neat. But I guess it just depends on your own account. Like, if you've already built into, like, God Melly, you know, if you summon on this banner and you already have enough for an LR, you could throw Zeldris on your team, you could throw Gelda on your team, and then you basically just have a whole demon team right there. You just need a backliner. But, yeah, I guess it just depends on how much you're actually planning on using them. I know that a lot more recently, Melly is mainly being used on the Sins team, so if you just want to stick with that, I guess you definitely could. I don't know. The fact that Gelda just gets so much HP, I've seen that it's really hard to kill her once she gets her passive sort of built up, so we'll see how that kind of works out and how the meta sort of shifts because of it. But, I do think that she looks pretty good. I've seen people use her in Demonic Beasts. She actually seems pretty good in Demonic Beasts, which is kind of surprising. And overall, just a pretty good character in general. A lot of people have been asking for her to get nerfed, and I don't know exactly if they're planning on doing that. Especially, I figured if they would have already done it by now if they were going to, considering we're getting the banner on Global now. But yeah, I don't know what to think completely of it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the character. Of course, I do obviously like I said, I'll be streaming whenever this comes out, so I plan on testing her out for myself, getting a good feel for the unit before I can really say one way or another. But she does seem pretty strong, so I will say that. So if you're planning on summoning, let me know. If you're planning on skipping, let me know. If you got any good reasons or anything, by all means, I'd love to hear them. But that is pretty much it from me. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. You know, I would say if you're free to play, you might have to skip. Do be aware that you know, the global or the JP anniversary, which is normally a pretty big banner, is going to be coming out in a couple of months in May, I think it is. So that is going to be one that we're going to have to look forward to. So it's getting kind of closer to that. So you might want to start saving, but I would imagine even if you pulled for this character, you'd be able to save up enough for the pity in 2 months. But I don't know. Depends on you. We'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. I'll see you guys later.